Hello, friends. Host Eric here, Talking Physical. And I want to know what you think the various sayings of the various types are. I think I'd like to make a video called The Various Saving. Hi, precious angel. Look, it's Rachel, my precious, precious angel food cake. She's here, she's queer, she doesn't want any more bears. Just like me. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is make a documento because I'd like after this live stream to make a video, but I don't really feel like doing all the work myself in isolation. So I came up with this notion of a good way to meow the meow without meowing the meow. So this will be called Types and Their Sayings. Insert table. Type. All right, so I'm going to share this thing with you right here. This is an editable document. Anybody who has the link can edit it. And it's good to know. Thank you, Instance Mom, for letting me know. So the people I work for are idiots. Okay, so look, I'm going to put down here ESTJ first, because I have a saying for them too. Right tool for the right job. That's one of their sayings. The people I work for are idiots. Is that really a ESTJ saying? Maybe. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. ASTP. God damn it, Anonymous Hedgehog. Now you messed up my figuring out which introverts to go, because I was using that as the thing. Oh, is it? Okay, never mind. You didn't. Wait, did you? No, you didn't. How's your mom? I can't do anything because I have to work later. Kill them with kindness. ESFJ. ENFJ. You've just got to let go of your past. So if you are looking at this chart here, then you see that I'll put this chart here again for anybody who didn't get it yet. Octavia Silva, but see how much more important that makes you now that you see it's like you're more important than the people who kept their wrenches, because now the story's all about the injustice done to you. What are your comments on the sayings of various types showing up or appearing on? Oh, it's in the Google Docs thing. After we complete this document, then I'll make a video separately from this where I go and present that document and do the thing, you know, like make a video about that. You can't see it because it's not that kind of live stream. I'm webcam streaming right now. Yeah, on that document, if you click that document, it's editable. Everybody here can edit it and can add their own sayings to the thing, okay? When I get this document filled up with sayings, I'll stop this live stream and I'll make a video, and we should take apart this VHS player. And then, you know, I'll read the sayings that we all came up with and talk about them a little bit. You're overthinking things. ESTP says that a lot. Talk is cheap. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, I think I'm going to use that Christmas where you got the tree out of as a wastebasket down there.
Okay, cool.
And I put a garbage bag in it. Hell, that should be good. I think we're good. I don't think we need any more shelving.
I agree with you.
Everything I know, but pretty much is stuff we get having now.
Look at my aquarium, Dad. Look at the aquarium. Look.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, that looks really good. You have a filter on there, huh?
Yeah. The water will get less cloudy. Right now it's still a little cloudy, but
it'll settle.
It'll settle, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I can stand there and look at those things for a long time. They're mesmerizing.
Yeah, no, this is nice. Uh, yeah, the one thing we still need to do, and that's to get the mattresses. It would be best if we could get them right from there and then take them rather than bring them here.
Okay, well, I will. I'll call them. See, the problem. I'm not going to get in touch with those people. I have to go up there. I can. If let me see what time work is. The reason I didn't go earlier is I thought I could probably go on the way to work. But I can go.
Okay, well, whenever, but we're going to need it by the afternoon of the 15th.
All right.
We'd like to get that so we have access to it. The bed frame ought to be here Saturday, tomorrow.
Why aren't the dishes in alphabetical order? It's excellent. Wow, this is filling up fast. Well, I think I'm almost done already, huh? I gotta get rid of this one for ISFP. conflicted with that one. This is more of a ENFP thing. You know? That's totally more of an ENFP thing. ISFP. Well, so this live stream obviously doesn't have a whole lot of talking involved in it, as we're also quietly working concurrently on this thing. I just say thank you all very much for your contributions on this. This is cool how quick this filled up. Many hands make light work, huh? I should do this more often than work on these diagrams because sometimes I just hate it. It's like, I hate the pre-work. It's like this shit. I just go like, yeah, how many more colors do I have to do? I'm tired of this already. You know. You don't know me. You never walk a mile in my shoe. You don't know me. You don't know me. Die, fly, die. Fucking fly. Meow, 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 meow. Everybody touch my meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Everybody touch my meow, meow. God damn it. Yeah, there. God, that's annoying. This part is so boring. You have to do this thing. It's like, God, how annoying is that? Meow, 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 meow. Oops. Finally, it's like I hold my breath when I'm doing ST shit like that. It's like, God, so frackety annoying. Yes, I agree with you, i.e. slothfulness. Mr. Green Notes, little Mr. Green Notes. Ah, look at that, nicely colored. Now let's do this thing too. Let's go. Meow, and then meow. Wait, no, not like that. Like meow. Like, no, wait, like this one. Yeah. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Word. I want the page breaks to not cut something into pieces. Like this one's fine. But let me do, yeah. There, good. Like that. All right. So now this one is the problem. See? I'm gonna make this shorter. I'm not lazy. I prioritize conserving energy. That's better. Now it fits. Good job, Eric. Way to make it fit. That was pretty funny. We need one more ENTJ quote, I think. One more ENTJ quote. I'm not wearing nearly enough sweaters. There's definitely an INFP saying. That's for sure. Okay, so, well, this is cool. We got this thing done real quick, actually. An army marches on its stomach. That's a good ENTJ quote. That's true. That is a good eating shit quote. Although ESTJs are fond of that quote too. My dad likes that quote a lot. Well, you know what they say, an army marches on the stomach. He's always talking about history and wars and stuff like that. Sasuke is an ISFP. Sasuke is probably an ISFP. Yeah. Or fucking fly. Could be, yeah, he's probably an ISFP. Money. Tom Jickelson. Hey, C.S. Joseph is C.S. Joseph Dot Life, ESPJ. That's funny. That one's got to go in there. Better thing to put here than this one, I think. The third one is okay. Let me take check that I want to. Is that's not how to take proper care of your property. That's a very ESTJ thing to say. What are you doing? Putting gas in my car? That's not how you do it. This is my car, and who are you? I'm just telling you, you're gonna have problems with that. You need to put 91 in there. Again, who are you? Maybe we don't need to fill in all these holes. It's probably good as it is. Oh, sure, female NTP. Cool. I must have touched this. I must touch this. Let me touch this. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record the video of this right now while I'm here. What's this thing? Microphone checking? Okay, here we go. Hi, friends. Host Eric here, host talking to friendly people. I'm recording a video for upload while I'm live streaming, which is not something I've ever done before. Anyway, Types in Their Sayings is the title of the live stream. It's also going to be the title of the video that goes up there. Maybe a little bit different. The link here is Mia. Is Mia? No, it's not there. The link here is Mia. And I put it right here. Okay. So what we're doing is we are making a document, and I'm asking the community to sort of help me put this together, and it's turned out amazing. It's like really quickly it filled up. It was great. So I thought, well, we might as well just make the video now. So this is types and their sayings. And I'm going to go through it in fairly short order. And some people may disagree with some of them or whatever. Please indicate so in the comments if you'd like to. We've got here, I'm going to put this in a separate tab so you can see me and the sayings concurrently. Okay, so our first type is ESTJ, and you'll note that's TESI for those of you who prefer your socionics names. It would be LSE. Right tool for the right job, saying number one. My dad likes that job. I've got an ESTJ friend, El Areno. He likes that saying. I mean, the people I work for are idiots. My dad never said that precisely growing up, but he indicated that sentiment a lot of times. I'm not sure who put that one in there. Somebody here in the community did. And that's not how to take proper care of your property. So ESTJs are always judging how other people are taking care of their shit. Another saying that somebody suggested here, I believe it was, well, maybe I should have done that. Theo Servinos. Too late now. Somebody suggested another one for ESTJ would be, this is C.S. Joseph with C.S. Joseph Life. ENTJ quotes, so frivolous. And your cooperation is how my vision becomes our reality. What do you do for work? ENFJ, FENI. You've just got to let go of your past. It's holding you back. Your personal, particular experiences are just holding you back. People are finally starting to wake up. Do you want me to come with you? ESFJ, FESI. Kill them with kindness. Everyone appreciates getting special attention on their birthday. Listen, I just need you to be a little bit more of a team player. Hey, these kids aren't going to feed themselves. If everyone just followed the rules of the road, there would be no accidents. Today, I choose joy. ENFP, NEFI. It's the best I can do. One time, I was with Julie down at the lake, and we were really bonding. I mean, really connecting. Do you know how to build a fire pit? Okay, I got to go home now, dip my cat in blue paint, and throw it again at the canvas. How's your sex life? These are things that ENFP might say. They might also say, I thought I was madly in love with her, but after like 2 weeks, that's FI tool, right? I was so sure 2 weeks ago that I was in love. I was so sure. But you know, I got tired of that. Now, Mary, on the other hand, very different. Very, very different. Okay, ESFP, SEFI. You don't know me. You've not experienced my experiences. You don't know my feelings. You don't know what I do. You don't know me. And now for my cyanide vodka cocktail bomb. Don't put cyanide in there, ESFP. You'll kill everybody. No, it's cool. It's hardcore. ENTP. Jesus. Your feelings are irrelevant. I'm sure we'll figure it out on the fly. It'll be fine. It's the ENTP. Oh, I can't figure this one out on the fly. 1, 2, 3, go. Where's my fly killing blowtorch? It's a good one. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. It's kind of an ESTP quote too. Yeah. ESTP, you're overthinking things. Talk is cheap. It doesn't work like that in the real world. It's cool. I like those quotes. ISTJ. Fortunately, I have the needed tools in the car. I love cuddles. Why aren't the dishes in alphabetical order? These are important questions for the ISTJ. INTJ. Pray on it. Whatever consistent obsessions the individual is deep in. I could have been more alpha as a child. Or, of course, the one from the Asshole's Guide. Everyone is doing everything wrong, and though my rage runs deep, I reveal nothing. INFJ, law of attraction. Don't lie to me, ever. Just setting up a romantic trap for my future spouse to fall into. They just tend to get who they want, I suspect. I think it's fair to say Rachel did. You just got to keep going until you find someone who matches. Do you? Stop shaming the dictator. He's a person too, says the INFP. It's true. I'm sad. Why does nobody love me, Mom? Is Morrissey a possible spirit animal? People care way too much about what other people think. I am not wearing nearly enough sweaters. Okay? Not nearly enough sweaters. ISFP. I like turtles. I like sailing. Too many words. I never leave anyone behind that I love. Actions matter so much more than words. Words don't matter at all. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I'm not scared of dying. I'm just scared that it might hurt. ISFJ. Comfort is everything. Well, it is what it is. How's your mom? Accurate's not part of the quote. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I never do anything right. Oh, I'm always the bad guy around here. Always and never are ISFJ favorite words. Sailing is like I like sailing a lot. That's perfect, Hambo. That's what it should be. Just make an actual blank there. Okay. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I never do anything right. I'm always a bad guy. INTP. Nobody thinks I'm trying. I mean, I guess I'm not really trying, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, all right. I'll stop talking about INFPs like that. Jeez. Stop talking about INFPs like that is a great quote for INFPs. Let's put that up there. Not room for it. Okay. Why are we making feeling types feminine? Hey, listen, everybody has a moist side, and there's no problem with it. I have a moist side. My moist side is very feminine. It's got a uterus, it's got ovaries, it's got boobs, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so stop talking about INFPs like that is a great quote from INFPs. INTP, nobody thinks I'm trying. I'm not a genius. Yes, I am. I'm not lazy. I prioritize conserving energy. Where you heard that from? but let me show you how to do it better. Of course I've got it. You don't need to repeat yourself. Of course I understand me. You know, I get that from INTPs too. That's not what I said. Right. You're straw and manning me. No, I haven't heard the INTP quote from Space Duster. ISTP, how can people be so stupid? Should we take this? Should we take apart this VHS player? I must touch this. I must touch this is generally a funny saying. Okay, so if you've got better quotes than the ones we came up with, please do add them in the Are you done talking because I wasn't listening? Do more justice to ESFP. Hey, look, I'm being provocative again. How about that, Cloud? How about that? How about that, Cloud? How about this? I will be Hokage. Yeah, I'm an ENTP. Totes my goats. Captain Boats, totes my goats. What type is most likely to say, here's my dick pic? ESFP or ESTP? I'll put it in ESFP. Here's my dick pic. Come the four corners of the world in arms, and we shall crush them. Irrelevant. What is the cursor saying? Know about? They don't say that. Who doesn't say what? Okay, well, anyway. Better you don't know, otherwise you'll have biases. I mean, the thing is, having biases doesn't mean being influenced by biases. One can make a distinction between one's biases that would influence one if one were to let them and one's non-biased perspective. I mean, I can anyway. Which type is most likely to be involved in a bar fight? ESTP. Hands down, ESTP. ESFP maybe too, but yeah, I say ESTP. All right, well, that brings this video to a close. Touch whatever. Oh, you mean ISTPs are not like, I must touch this? This is not correct? All right, let's get rid of it. Who says I must touch this? ENTP is likely to say that. I must touch this. Whatever it is. There's a fence around it. I got to go in there and touch it. ISTP is likely to say, it's fair, suck it. How about that? That's the ISTP saying. It's fair, suck it. Thank you, Rachel, for correcting us on the ISTP. She was in a, I guess, reasonably long relationship with a fairly serious relationship with an ISTP before she got with me. So sometime before she got with me. According to Rachel, who was dating an ISTP, who was dating an ISTP before she got with me. Anyway, you don't want the dick pic. You don't want the dick pic, an ESFP. All right. Hi, baby. Sure, I will. Will you? Sure, I will. Okay. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. And if you do, eat twice as much next time. All right, good. We got that done. That's some excellent work. Thank you all for helping me with that. That was super efficient. I totally got that done. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some bowls now. Now we're not making a video proper. I can relax a little bit. It has to be as on point, right? Yes, is that Johnny Depp? Oh no, it's me in the mirror. Fantastic. Fantastico. So yeah, thanks everybody. All right, you go eat and go on a walk, Rachel. I know a fair amount about this. I mean, yeah, I know his story. I know about EJRND. What would you like me to comment upon regarding him? Thanks, Jed High. No problem. Bye, Rachel. Yo, shoot me a Google Hangouts message about your schedule this afternoon, like when you'll be back from wherever it is you're going. Yeah. TWFP is a never-ending video. No, I like live streaming. I like to live stream, and I like the fact that I just learned how to live stream while concurrently making an upload video. Pretty good. What influence did he have on MBTI YouTubers? I can tell you very precisely his influence on my understanding of cognitive functions. He's the one who said EHPs are analogical. That's one thing I took away from him that influenced my understanding of cognitive functions. And that's the source of my blank logical taxonomy of the different types. Is that basic notion that EHPs are analogical, which I got from him. I mean, he was the MBTI guy until he went crazy, you know? And that's a fourth slot NI. It's dangerous. That fourth slot NI will make you be kind of willy-nilly about your truths. It's one thing to be willy-nilly about the meaning of your experiences, like me and my fourth slot SI, but it's another thing to be willy-nilly about your truths. And if NI run amok, NI misfiring looks a lot like crazy. I'm talking about EJRND. Of course, EJRND wasn't around very long after I arrived on YouTube, and it should additionally be said that I was never really interested in being a watcher of YouTubers. Like, I was interested in being a YouTuber myself, but not very much of an audience member, really. No, there's no flying dog that gets you to heaven in TWFP land. Transportation is person specific. A lot of people end up with a hot air balloon, which is kind of a slow way to travel. Some people end up on very tall cats who jump from level to level until they get all the way up to heaven. There's a lot of different ways to get there, but no flying dogs. Eric, have you heard the big news? Marianne Williamson has suspended her campaign for president. What? I didn't know she even had a campaign for president. Who is she? How do you rate Michael Pierce as a typology resource? Fine. He was the first serious person about the topic that I encountered who made videos that I could sort of watch and enjoy watching and not necessarily feel especially, offended by contradictions and inadequacies. He seems generally to know what he's talking about. He's an INFJ. INFJs are typically going to resonate pretty well with ENTPs and vice versa. So I like him. I respect him. Hambone, I keep trying to explain this to you. You can't let somebody else borrow seeds. Once they sprout, they can't give them back to you anymore. I don't understand why this is so difficult for you. It's like last year, I planted my whole crop of corn from seeds that Hambone let me borrow. Then after I had harvested all the corn and gone to market, he said, "Can I have those seeds back?" I said, "Hambone, those seeds are long gone. I can't get those back. They're like yesterday's weather." Oh, you own all the beans that come from the sprout. I see. You're like doubling down on Monsanto, huh? I borrowed for the privilege of tending and planting and harvesting for you. Wow, that is a privilege. That is some privileged living. Talk about first world problems. If I have that, I've got nothing but first world problems. Eric, I'm working on a document collecting people's TI and NE test answers during your typing sessions as a way to gauge how different types will respond. Do you want to see it when it's done? Fuck yeah, I want to see it when it's done. Totally. That's great. Do I think about an ego much? I mean, it kind of occasionally. I just find it doesn't lend itself to a lot of analysis or intellectual work beyond noting that people have a general approach towards fear, shame, anger. It seems like a fair enough taxonomy of people's emotional strategy frames or something. But, not many, Hambone. Not many. Of course, because they're magic, it may be difficult for you to collect because the rules of magic are different than the rules of normal times. Ownership laws are suspended in magic. I believe in Hambone's magic beings. If I believe hard enough, they'll be real. Okay, cool. Typology Gift says, "Hey, Eric, when typing people, sometimes we'll try out the following test for NI. I wanted to get your thoughts. I asked, can you name 5 things steak, the moon, and trees have in common?" looking for how quickly they can think convergently. Stake, the moon, and trees. They all have 2 vowels. None of them can speak. I mean, I could think of like they're all under 6 letters. They're all 1 syllable. They all require sunlight to come into being, at least to be visible, I guess. The cow jumped over the moon would include all 3 if the cow landed in a tree. Man, I want to rate your magic hoe. I like the question. It's an interesting question. How would you rate my answer that I just gave you there? If you were gonna use that to evaluate the placement of my NI in the stack, what would you conclude from my answer? What ENTP cliche things don't you do that MBTI might say an ENTP does? Well, I'm not an inventor in any meaningful sense. I don't produce very many physical solutions to anything. My ideation doesn't work well in the physical world. Like Rick, for example, is supposedly an ENTP. No real ENTP would have expert thinking that good. He's always able to solve problems. Well, the thing is, I was trying to be divergent in my things that I was coming up with. If I were allowed to compare the words, and if I did all comparison, comparing the words, like they're all nouns, they're all concrete nouns, single syllable, yada yada. They all work as objects of a preposition. They all work as direct objects. I could come up with more, but there'd be slight variance on each other, you know? What's interesting is I tend to think of NI tests as being more like what's the correct singularity out of, like the burrow, pickaxe, floppy hat, pan. What does that tell you? Well, to me, it tells you prospector. You could come up with various similarities for the 2 things, but the point is, if they were clues for a single answer, what answer would be supported by those clues? There might be more than one answer that's supported, more than one single answer, but if one views it through the lens of a single answer, that would seem to correlate more with NI than the test you're giving is an interesting one, but it would seem to be more of an NE test than an NI test. If you could flip to any other type for 30 minutes a day, what type would it be, and when would you use that power? Probably like ISFP, and it would be during moisture time, during like sex and emotional time, I guess, probably. Where I imagine a person who's ISFP really understands and enjoys and experiences the nuanced depth of introverted feelings. For any, I can think of 5. Can you think of 5 creative uses of rope? Sure, you could make a rope frame for a window. You could use a rope to be the base of a a Christmas tree that you can build out of coiled rope into the Christmas tree shape. You could use rope to delineate a path from your driveway to your front door across the lawn. You could throw rope at people in the ocean as a means of tricking them into thinking they're drowning. You stand on a pier, throw a rope down to them. You go, why is he throwing rope? It must be drowning. Might not work, but it's a novel use for it. If you're asking for novel uses, right? It's a rope boat, shot in half and repaired with rope. Murray Lay was able to see those two great rocks called the Ferragolini, which stand out in the sea. It was a full moon. He must have gone to see them by moonlight. Perhaps he died of the beauty of the sight. W. Somerset Maugham. Giant bow tie. I like giant bow tie. Those are super NE answers. I have found NI users can mainly only come up with normal uses for rope. I like giant bow tie. 1, 2, 3. Eric, you mentioned the prospector NI question. NI polar people tend not to get that one. You know, I haven't asked the question enough to really garner the data to tell you the answer to that. It seems like it should be an NI question, and I'd like to come up with more things like that, where you give 3 or 4 clues and the answer is not too obvious. Like if I say ornament, tinsel, stand, and star, you're going to go Christmas tree, right? But that's too obvious. But the one I'm given with the prospector, I think, is the right amount of difficulty. Yeah, I should go ask my dad. I don't want to go ask my dad right now. I could go ask him right now, I guess. Really? Ornament, tinsel, stand, and star? You didn't think of Christmas? All right. I'll go ask him. I'm going to smoke a cigarette anyway. I'll go ask him. Burrow, pickaxe, floppy hat, pan. My dad's not here, actually. Cameron is here, apparently. watching my mom's cars here, but I don't see my mom or Cameron either. So I don't know. They may have all gone someplace. Oh, little fishies. You're so fun. I can stand here and look at these fish for a long time. They're very interesting to watch. It's like, it shouldn't be that interesting. They're just little fish swimming around, but they seem like they're up to important business. And the aquarium's looking real nice now. You got your little rocks, your plants, you got your seashell. We had this old conch shell that we brought back from Hawaii a long time ago when I was a little kid. And just sort of sitting in the dirt. So I rinsed it off and put it in here. We have some pieces of obsidian that we got from Mammoth. So I took a couple of those, put them in here. And then we've got these flat, like, walking stones. So I found a couple of little pieces of those that weren't really being used in the path. Put those there. Right, nice flat bottom. It'd be cool to have even more of those kind of walking stone things. It's a neat bottom. And I also got this other thing we got from Hawaii a long time ago, which is this piece of brain coral. And rinse that out and put it in there. Yeah, they sure are interesting. Okay, now I gotta pee, and then I'll be back over there in a second. Probably get a couple little more fish. A couple little fish more. I need some of those like blue and black ones with like the fluorescent blue in them that really pop. The current fish I have, I got like oranges and reds and stuff, but I don't really have any blue or dark colored fish in there. So I need to get a couple ones that pop out in the dark colored range. When the urine streams out of my penis, it's the time for wonderful times. A feeling of goodness spreads over all of my body all the time. Okay, so I just went pee. If you were curious, you're keeping track. If you're keeping score at home. Yes, once again, I did go pee. What reservations would you have if you were on your way to a family dinner where everyone except you is an ISFP? I wouldn't really have any reservations. I just know I'd be bored as fuck. You know? INFJs, probably ENFPs also write a fair amount of the books. I want to take the Big Five test. I'll take it right now with my taking fingers. I'll read it out loud and I'll take it. Am I open or not? Big Five test free online. OpenPsychometrics.org. Which one do you recommend, Winston's mom? Yeah, okay. I'll record it for a video. Good suggestion, Hambo. You're like Captain Suggests a lot. Okay, host Eric here, friends. Let's talk with famous people. I'm going to be taking this exciting Big Five personality test. I have noted the warning that I should only use this for educational or entertainment purposes, not for any other purpose. So I am taking my life into my own hands here because I'm using it for the purpose of making a video. So it could be dangerous. Let's find out. Begin assessment. The last chat I saw in live stream was he's going to fail. I don't think you can fail this test. Maybe you can though. Maybe if I try hard enough, I could fail it. I failed the Big Five test. Come on, Big Five test. This is a slow progression through the thing. I already clicked that. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. There. Okay. I'm the life of the party. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I feel like the life of a party sometimes. I feel a little concerned for others. No, that's not true. I disagree with that. I'm always prepared. I disagree with that. I get stressed out easily. No. I have a rich vocabulary. Yes, I do. I don't talk a lot. I disagree with that. All the way disagree. I'm interested in people. Yeah, I agree with that. I like this one though. I leave my belongings around. Yeah, I'm relaxed most of the time. Yeah, I agree with that. I have difficulty understanding abstract ideas. No. I feel comfortable around people. Yeah, I feel comfortable around people. I insult people sometimes, a little bit. I pay attention to details. Not really. Sometimes. I worry about things. Not really. I have a vivid imagination. Yeah, I do. It's vivid as fuck. I keep in the background. I sympathize with others' feelings. Neutral. Should I put? Okay, I'm gonna let everybody say it. What should I put with that? Do I sympathize with other people's feelings? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What do you think? What is the answer I should put for 2? Octavia Silva's a 2? I'm going to go with 2. I'll go with 2. Okay. I make a mess of things. Neutral. I seldom feel blue. Yeah, I'm not interested in abstract ideas. Disagree. I start conversations. I'm not interested in other people's problems. That's true. I get chores done right away. No. I'm easily disturbed. No. I have excellent ideas. Yes. I have little to say. No. I have a soft heart. Yeah, I do. I often forget to put things back in their proper place. I get upset easily. No. I do not have a good imagination. I talk to a lot of different people at parties. I'm not really interested in others. I like order. Yeah. I change my mood a lot. I'm quick to understand things. Yes. Except for that question, apparently. I don't like to draw attention to myself. Incorrect. I take time out for others. I shirk my duties. Not usually. I have frequent mood swings. No. Nah, not really. I use difficult words. Well, I guess it depends on who you're asking if they're difficult. I don't mind being the center of attention. That's true. I feel others' emotions. Yeah. I follow a schedule. I do nowadays. Neutral. I get irritated easily. No. I spend time reflecting on things. Yeah. Neutral. I'm quiet around strangers. Disagree. I make people feel at ease. I'd like to think so. I'm exacting in my work. It depends on the work. Some of it, music, I certainly am. Other things, not so much. I often feel blue. No. I'm full of ideas. Yes. Continue. I'm continuing. Let's see what the continuance brings on. I'm lying on the test? I don't mean to be. I may be incorrect about myself, but I'm not trying to lie on the test. Okay. Okay, well. Yes, my answers were accurate. They can be used in your research. Will you be willing to answer a few more questions for research? Sure, I'll answer a few questions for your research. That would be fine. I don't mind answering your questions for your research. These questions were designed for NI tool users. Yeah, you're probably right about that there, Hambone. More accurate to the big 5 way of grading. This is a weird questions in this survey. I've daydreamed about saving someone from burning buildings. I like guns. I've thrown knives, axes, and other sharp things. I've set fuels, aerosols, and other chemicals on fire just for fun. I take lots of pictures of my activities. I have considered joining the military. I decorate my things. I think a national disaster would be kind of exciting. Yeah, I do. I give people handmade gifts. I think horoscopes are fun. Yeah, neutral. I've taken apart machines just to see how they work. Probably, but it's always a bad idea. I bake sweets just for myself sometimes. No, I might every once in a while. I wear a blanket around the house. No, I hit my head on those ceilings. Yes, I do. I really like dancing. I do like dancing. I'm just not very good at it. I jump up and down in excitement sometimes. Sometimes a little bit. I'm very interested in historical wars. Yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. I've kept a personal journal. I have. I enjoy being part of a loud crowd. No. I leave nice notes for people now and then. Every once in a while, I will. I've studied how to win at gambling. I have, actually. Poker, anyway. I like the color green. Yeah, I like the color green. I burn things up with a magnifying glass, yeah. I have to stand on a stool to reach tall kitchen shelves. No. I like the color pink. No, I don't like the color pink. I am tall. Yes, I am tall. What is my age in years? 48. Is English your native language? Yes. What is my gender? Male. 6 feet 4 inches. Yes. Well, we're going to find out my results now. It's going to be pretty impressive. Let's see what my results are. I hope I win. I want to win Big Five. Come on, win. Come on, big win. Well, I got 96 in extroversion, 95 in emotional stability, 93 in intellect imagination, 14 in agreeableness, and 22 in conscientiousness. Factor 1. Factor 1 was labeled as extroversion. Factor 1 is sometimes given other names such as surgency or positive emotionality. Individuals who score high in Factor 1 are outgoing and social. Individuals who score low tend to be shut-ins. Factor 2 is labeled emotional stability. Factor 2 is often referred to by other names such as neuroticism or negative emotionality. Factor 3, agreeableness, friendly and optimistic. Low scores are critical and aggressive. I'm not critical and aggressive. That makes me critical and aggressive. Factor 4 is labeled as conscientiousness. Individuals who score high in this factor are careful and diligent. Low scores are impulsive and disorganized. Impulsive? Disorganized? Me? Me? Are you serious? You can't be serious. Factor 5. Intellect, imagination, openness. Well, I got 3 A's and 2 F's. Is that a good score or not? Is 3 A's and 2 F's a good score? Oh, I don't know if it'll link you to these results or not. Maybe. Let's see. Here you go. Face to face, just a couple of silver spoons. You're two of a kind. You're making it rhyme. As a person who is scared of aggressive people, I can tell you you're aggressive. Me? I'm not aggressive. That's silly. I just barely passed. Good. You're fluent, affectionate, artistic, friggin' frig. I guess. I guess those things are true. I don't know about the friggin' frig. What does that mean? Thanks, Tatum. Appreciate it. I'm assuming Tatum is Katie. It's Tatum Katie. It's Katie Tatum. See, I told you it wasn't going to let me link you to my results. Or maybe try it again, because look, it's like really slow server. It's on a super slow server. Maybe I could download this PDF. I know what I can do. I'll solve this problem. I'll solve it. Wait, no, I don't want to save it as a web page complete. I want to save it as a PDF. Oh, where's print? I save it as PDF. Now we're talking with cheese. Now we are talking with cheese. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to meow the meow with typical meow fashion in typical meow fashion. So using the application, the web application Google Drive, I shall upload this thing from the appropriate folder, like so. Well, once it has been fully uploaded, as it has now, I shall find it. Where is it? Wherefore art thou? Wherefore art thou? Big 5 personality test. There you are. Now I will open with, what am I going to open with? That's right, Google Docs. I'm crazy like that. Then what am I going to do? And this is the craziest part of all. I'm going to get that link. I'm going to share that link. I'm going to make sure everybody here gets to taste at least a little bit of it. Okay? That's what I'm going to do for you. Because I'm special like that. You're special too. What? It doesn't show any of the meows? It doesn't show anything. It's like all the relevant data is gone. Well, that's not any good. God, that's so not good. That doesn't solve any of my problems at all. Tanya Bullsbury says no one can see your results. Listen, Tanya Bullsbury, shut up. Nobody cares about what you have to say about anything. Your name's Tanya. Nobody cares about people whose names are Tanya. All right? Get over it. All right, fine. If that's not going to work, I'm going to try a different approach. I'm going to use this approach right here. It's called the snipping tool. Yeah. Now we're cooking with Boo. Save as. Pugity Pow. Pugity Pew. Big 5 results. And I'm going to insert image. Insert image, upload from computer. Yeah. What's it called again? Big 5. Right. There we go. And show. Okay. Now, pen. Here you go. There you go. Wait, oops. Here you go. Now you can see my results. Wait, now you can see my results. Now, enter. There. Okay, so now we're wiping with Sherman. Rachel has just uploaded a video. If you walk your dog without a leash, host Eric. Really? What's her channel called? Is it Rachel Lapalosa? Cursor for X.
If you're walking your dog without a leash, I don't care if it gets hit by a car. In fact, I hope it does. And then you'll learn a fucking lesson, which is called actually obeying a rule that makes sense. And this is coming from someone who breaks the rules herself a lot of times. I've been arrested twice, but actually I learned.
Sounds like she's in a bit of a mood.
So, you walk your dog without a leash, and it gets hit by a car, or if it mauls someone, that's all on you. Your ignorance is what created the death. It's what created the attack, and there's no one else to blame. So, you should get a life and learn the laws of the.
Well, you know, when she's going out for a walk a lot of time, that means she's feeling fussy about something in general, probably. It's SE is a relief function for INFJs. When she's in a state of discomfort in some regard, then she needs to go out and do shit, you know? I don't know what she saw or what happened that caused her to get so upset about that. It may be that the dog almost got hit by a car, and that's what it sounds like. She's in New York. I think INFJs created typology and the whole subject suits their interests. They benefit from it the most. It is true that an INFJ created typology, namely Jung. Jung was an INFJ, and he created the notion of cognitive functions. Well, I mean, XNTPs are the most ignorant and most lost on human emotions. Right. Thank you, Horse Mumbler. You make an important distinction. Consciousness takes form across a couple of different modalities. It's like you can be conscientious in your work, you can be conscientious around the house, you can be conscientious about doing things properly, or you can be conscientious about what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I'm very conscientious in doing music. I try to do it as well as I can, and it's very labor and attention intensive and difficult. And I mean, obviously, generally speaking, most of the time, Rachel doesn't express with the sort of aggressive negativity that she expressed in that video. When she does, she's feeling frustrated. She's obviously, you know, I don't know what song you're talking about. I'm not sure which song you're talking about, David Sanderson. I've never considered myself to have made dubstep before, but maybe I have made something that sounds like that, I guess. I don't know. So, you know, I worry about Rachel a little bit. I'm not sure how to respond to things like that. You know, I get that it's kind of an FI moment for her. If I need an instrumental, tell me. Hey, Dolan, if you want to shoot me some sort of tracks to collaborate with you on, shoot them to me, and we'll see what happens. I believe it was just recently posted. Sergei Rachmaninoff. Now that is some deep Husserl knowledge right there. You're deep in my catalog if you're familiar with that song. Organ Store, where you can play the organ. She's saying that, you know, Rachel has things going on with her that are not gonna go away, right? They get suppressed or they come out or whatever. It's this you know, it's a mental illness. So the tricky thing for somebody who loves and is with somebody with that situation is to be cautious about reducing deviance from the norm to examples of craziness or of, you know, dismissing or reducing in general. Yeah. You know, when she's being abrasive like that, I just don't know quite how to respond. It's the exception. The thing is, that song is not even in the playlist. I think the only place that's, I don't know, maybe it is somewhere. I don't know. Eric, what do I think of Eric? What do I think of me? In what sense? Like, how do you want me to pass judgment or critique? What's the narrow the frame? Almost never do I shave it all the way off. I did once for a Halloween costume, not that long ago, a couple years ago. But don't ask first, last. Don't even get into that stuff. It's the energy, the frequency, and the vibration. Host Eric will learn to recognize what music is being played. Time will help with this, so Eric and Rachel will learn to recognize the symptoms. What do I think of Eric in a piano sense? That's not really very helpful. But I gave him the power of indignation in an exchange, which is way more powerful than any wrench can ever be. Which types are most imaginative? ENTPs and ENFPs, I guess. Well, I don't think the capacity to imagine is the same as being imaginative. I don't want to be indignant. I want to be helpful and be able to post links. If you need to post links, let me know, Octavio Silva. He didn't do anything to deserve it. First class, he really didn't. He didn't do anything at all. Everybody else who didn't have a wrench was clamoring for a wrench. And so I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll take Octavio Silva's wrench away, and then that'll make you happy. It didn't really make anybody happy. I tell PP to stop kicking the router. Yeah, she's not over there. Is it coming in okay now? Is it fixed? Is it still bad? What do you qualify as imaginative? I guess, for example, the novel uses for rope test would be a good metric to evaluate imaginativeness. And I guess creative output could be more of a practical, empirical measure of it. Like you can actually measure how much creative output does a person have. And what constitutes as creative? Well, a book that you write without doing any research is more creative than a book you write after doing research. That doesn't mean the former is better than the latter. It just means it's Mia. I'm feeling tired all of a sudden. Hi, Nicole-Che. Nicole-Che. I think he's fine. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. And we will see him again at some point. I have nothing against Spacey at all, and I don't really blame him at all for what happened. And, Well, hey, Eric, got a question. How to get INFP girl to fall in love? You can't manipulate an INFP's feelings. They're FI dominants. They're the expert on their feelings. And I don't think, with all their ideation, they'll see right through your fakeness in a similar fashion to INFJs do, but it's a different kind of seeing through. Buy her sweaters. You got to be patient with an INFP. You got to be like, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm serious about the relationship. I'm gonna get to know you slowly and appreciate you slowly, and take my time and let nature take its course at its own pace, not rush things, etc. If you're serious like that, then and you're willing to put in the time, and you don't get impatient, then that's how you do it. You got to spend as much time with her as possible. She'll fall in love with you. If you spend time with an INFP and you make them feel good while you're with them, they will fall in love with you. Just the three of us? CS Joseph, DSP, and me in a log cabin? Is there at least a live stream going on so I can interact with somebody else besides those two? I'm very nice-oo, spice-oo. Tatum, you're not lonely. Nobody's lonely when they're dating an ESTP. Theo Servinos says just lots of cocaine. That's a good answer to just about any question. Lots of cocaine. DSP should be an ISFP. I just don't think he's an ISFP or an INFJ Angantyr. I think he's an ENTJ because I didn't get a lot of chance to test his SI. When I did test it, he scored polar. The brief testing I gave him, he scored polar on it. What might Adderall do to an INFP? Do not give FI type speed. It's a bad idea. A log cabin with DSP and CSJ is only one bunk bed. How do you respond? I'll take the floor. I don't give a fuck. How long do I have to be there? 1 weekend? I'll take the floor 1 night. We'll let CS Joseph have the bed both nights. He'll probably complain about it most. So Tatum, you're not Katie? I thought you were Katie. Katie's an ISFP. The problem is FI users, when they come down off of speed, they get very fussy. When I come down off of speed, my fussiness mostly translates into Katie uses the name Tatum sometimes when she's online. So that's why I thought you were she. Katie is Taylor's girlfriend. All right, what is truth? I'll get to that question in a second. Nicolay Chase says, do you have an opinion on Eric Thor YouTuber? I think he's good. I like him. I like his videos. I don't find him particularly insightful for me because I know everything that he's saying, basically, and he's not really focusing on providing a lot of insights that are going to be useful to necessarily people who are deep involved in the idea of cognitive functions, which is fine. It's just not the role he's playing. But I think he's good. I like him. What are the major flaws in the CSJ system? I mean, if I were going to make that case, I'd have to go watch it and figure out what his system was and then critique it appropriately. And it's like there's a lot of obviously he doesn't understand what extroverted intuition is, for one thing. He doesn't seem to understand what introverted intuition is either. But I don't know. I'm not. TWFP says ideation. DSP thinks it's gathering ideas, and CSJ thinks it's predicting the future. It's ideation. Gathering ideas implies that ideas are never created by anybody. They're just out in the world to be found. And predicting the future, I mean, most of extroverted intuition had nothing to do with that. Which MBTI YouTuber would you take on a road trip to Siberia? Can't be affiliated with this channel. If I were single, Megan Lavoda. For sure. Given that I'm not single, probably Eric Thor. I could hang with Eric Thor. Or maybe that personality theory guy. How do you seduce an ENFJ? You don't. They seduce you. You just have to be desirable to them. Yeah, I could hang out with Frank James. That'd be cool too. He'd be fine. What about folks from Personality Hacker? I don't know who they are. I've never really watched that. NI lead traps you in their widow's web. I really wish you would watch and do an honest critique of C.S. Joseph. Yeah, I probably should. stronger you are, the more trapped you get. Mayor Thor is really good at making the surface stuff sound deep and inviting all the anion and positive FEUs as a typological gateway drug. Excellent. Well put. Horseman, exactly right. I think with Frankie Boy would do wonders for your numbers. Yeah, it would, for sure. No, they did not come yet. And I'm wondering about why the fuck they haven't. I still haven't checked my email either today. I need to check my email. No, I don't think Frank James is an INFP. Frank James is obviously an INFJ. Frank James says that INFJ charm with women. Did you say doing a thorough criticism would make sense in a TE way? You don't really care to do that? I mean, the thing is, I have a lot of possible things I could do in terms of the channel. You know, Eileen pointed out that I should do something like what I did for INFPs with, you know, they wear sweaters or whatever for each of the types. So that would be cool. Well, yeah, okay. Anti-sport, I mean, do they make videos anymore? Yeah, I type-policed him wrong. I wanted to throw him in the slam ridge, and you know, it's just, you know, Sergeant Host Eric is not a very diligent typologist. Let's just put it that way. The stream today has more viewers than usual. That's true. It does have more viewers than usual. Mrs. Mom, do you feel like you filter yourself here even a little bit? Bruce Wayne, sure. How much do you observe the world and those characteristics? All right. So somebody asked me before to define truth. Truth is a status we afford statements, first of all. So it's that. Like a statement, we either declare it as a true or false statement. So what it actually is a status. Yeah, I think I did too. A status that we ascribe to certain statements and don't afford to other statements. In symbolic logic, every statement has a truth value of either true, false, or no truth value. So if you ask what is truth, then the answer is truth is a status that requires individuals who agree about that status to make their argumentational work thereafter consistent with that status. That's really what it is. It's an argumentational constraint. When something's true, you have to deal with it differently than when it's not true. And establishing the falsehood of something is sufficient to topple that chain. Now, but you see, the problem with that answer is it avoids the simple question, what comprises the truth that we're referencing with that status? In other words, does the status reference some quality in the statement that makes it inherently more true than some false statement? And the answer to that question is I mean, the key thing to remember is each individual party who comes to agreement about a given truth may come to agreement about it through different routes or for different reasons. And that's why it's difficult to pin down exactly which elements of reality statement linkage comprise truth. It depends on the individual person as to what suffices in terms of substantiation to justify truth as a status. Jordan Peterson is a bitter old man. I kind of get that feeling too. You know, he's a little bitter. I hope I don't come across as bitter like that. I don't feel bitter. I feel pretty cheery, actually, really. I'm a little worried about Rachel at the moment. And she's just getting a little nasty like that. Like I said before, I don't know how to deal with it. Anybody have any advice how to respond to that stuff? Is there such thing as personal truth? Well, I mean, everybody has a personal relationship with all of the things they ascribe the status true to, you know. So if I am self-identifying as a Christian, for example, most of the time that's going to be saying you can expect the following things from me. You can expect the following behaviors. Front desk, she's at home, you know. I have never offered rides to bystanders at bus stops. No, I know I'm not nasty back. It's very it's like in the video she published today. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. No, we don't have any sort of agreement like that. The thing is, Fate Wind, I am very naturally somebody who pushes back. And Rachel affords me kind of a unique opportunity to respond less reactively. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel offended by her instances of bad behavior. I didn't even feel offended by her instance of bad behavior before her incident, really. Yeah, I mean, I'm confident she's been taking it, but I can talk to her about that, you know. The thing is, this is the challenge, like I was saying before, is maybe she's just in a pissy mood. You know, when I asked her about it on Google Hangout, she indicated that she had seen a couple of dogs, one of them a pit bull, being walked without a leash, and felt as though they were not being responsible dog owner, I guess, and was upset about it. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's fair to say she may be taking too much ownership of the reality to get that emotionally involved in it. I'm not sure where additionally to go from that notion, but how does duality manifest in its simplest form? Well, I would say that ISFJ, like for example, in ISFJ and EHP, ISFJ grounds and counterbalances the EHP's tendencies. ISFJ provides directionality with their demonstrative FI. EHP with their polar FI doesn't know where they want to go anyway, so they go with that directionality and they're fine with it. FE tool, a lot of nurturing, mothery kind of stuff ideally would come out of the ISFJ in terms of the ISFJ EHP relationship. I need to start getting asymmetrical relationships. What do you mean asymmetrical relationships? You mean like one person has more power than the other? Okay, well, nurturing parenty stuff. Look, I've been very motherly with my child before. I was very nurturing and motherly towards my daughter when she was growing up. And yeah, it is that kind of thing. Absolutely. Whether it's the male ISFJ or the female ISFJ. Just because we describe certain things through gendered terms doesn't mean that the descriptions are inaccurate, nor that we ought not use those terms simply because they're gendered. They're gendered for a reason. Yeah, Ron Solo. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, Jalen Black, exactly. Well, I mean, I don't feel like I'm ever condescending to her, but my last relationship was an ISFJ. Does your environment set up the conditions for you to use one function over another? Can environment alter the frequency of use of functions? Well, I wouldn't say it would make a type appear something they aren't. An environment can require a person to be in an uncomfortable capacity a lot more than they want to be, and it can make them uncomfortable and anxious. You know? Okay, so what do you mean by subtype? How do you determine their subtypes? Are certain types, like, are ENTPs dominant, all dominant, or are you saying my subtype of ENTP is dominant? Dominate. Yeah, sure, Theo. Anytime. You want to do it right now? We can do it right now. And right now is always a good time. Okay. Well, I want to know more from Fate Wind about what she's saying here. But I don't know. I'm suddenly tired and I feel concerned about Rachel. So I'm going to end this live stream. Yeah, my FI is all over the place right now. through that.